I'm Susan from Sassy Stirrers Cooking Club, and recently I've had quite a few people emailing me asking me for my sausage roll recipe, so I thought today that's exactly what we're going to make, sausage rolls. So first thing we're going to do is quickly go through our ingredients and check that I've got everything. So I've got sausage meat here. I'm just using some sausages that I've taken the skin off, but you could use minced chicken, beef, the vegetarian Quorn, or pork. So I'm using pork sausages today. I've got some chopped up onions, grated apple, breadcrumbs, some herbs, some salt and pepper, and of course my puff pastry. Now I'm being really lazy today and I'm using pre-rolled puff pastry, but obviously you could use a slab of pastry and then roll it out to roughly about 4 millimeters, I should say, 4 millimeters thick. You could try and make your own, but even in lockdown life's too short, so I use bought pastry, and I buy the all buttery ones because it makes them a lot more flaky. Okay, so let's get started. So sausage meat, so all we're going to do is throw our onions into there and the breadcrumbs, pop those in there, grated apple, pop that in there, and then we're going to put a few herbs in there. A little bit of salt and pepper, so a couple of twists of my pepper, pinch of salt into there, marvellous, and that is it. That's the mixture done, okay, as quick as that. So now what we need to do is mix that up. So you can either take a fork if you don't want to get your fingers in there, but most of my students like to get their hands in there and squish it up, and actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same. So I get my hands in here and just squish that mixture through so it sort of oozes through your fingers like that. Okay, just get your hands right down to the bottom of the bowl and squish it through. Make sure it's really, really well mixed up, right? So, just about there. I should say while I'm doing this, I've got the oven preheating to 200 degrees Celsius, okay? So make sure your oven is preheating. And I've lined my oven tray with some baking paper so that the sausage rolls don't stick to the tray, because that would be a disaster. Right, so all done. Just going to give my hands a quick wash. Right, now it's time to put the sausage meat into the pastry, or on the pastry. So I'm just going to swap that over there. Take that there, get that out of the way. Now, unroll the pastry nice and carefully. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to line the sausage meat down the middle there, okay? So I'm just going to do it like this. I've seen people do this with a piping bag, but to be honest, that's just one step too far for me. Just make it into a nice fat sausage down the middle. Now I'm just going to make sure your mixture goes right to the end there, because otherwise you bite into it and there'll be only pastry. You don't want that, you want the delicious filling. Alright, so can you see what I've done there? Sausage meat down the middle, alright? Now, time to put this baby to bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack an egg into my little dish. Voila. Mix that up so it's whisked together like so. And now I'm going to paint a little bit down the side just so that it seals the pastry when I close it up, okay? So just a little bit of egg down the side there. Now if you wanted to do these as a vegan sausage roll, you could use a milk instead of this, okay? Doesn't have to be egg. Right, so now time to put the sausage roll to bed. So I'm going to roll this piece over like so. Okay, so I've just rolled the top bit over like that. Unpeel the piece of paper. Now this one is going to come, can you see? I'm going to roll this one over like this. Just pat it down nice and gently to seal that. Wrap the paper back, we'll roll the paper back. Now what we want to do, guys, is we want to have this seam here, the seam of our sausage roll, underneath, okay? So, take that over this way. Now I'm just going to flip it over like that. Okay, peel the paper back. That piece of, whoopsie, paper can come out now. Make sure it's nicely sealed, otherwise it's going to come undone. Right, there we go. One big chunky sausage roll ready, almost ready to cook. Like that now. Now we need to glaze the top, which makes it lovely and golden, okay? So I'm just going to take my egg wash again. This is what we call an egg wash. And paint it. Now don't slop too much on, guys, because otherwise it could be soggy. Okay, we don't want soggy sausage rolls. Just enough to cover it. Make sure you go down the edges as well, okay? Right down there to the paper. Okay. That's it. And for some reason I've got a little bit of a fleck on my mixed herbs that's come into there. Right. Now, we're going to slice this into slices of about 2 centimeters thick. You could do them thicker or wider, but obviously they're going to take longer to cook. And actually I think that's probably about the right size for a nice little snacky sausage roll. I'm just going to slice this into my slices. So, actually I'm going to use a sharper knife for this. I'm going to get this baby out, okay? So just be careful when you're doing this. Just down and through. Down and through. Try and keep your knife clean. Yeah. Now this bit on the end here, we'll just cook a little baby one, okay? Shouldn't really, because it's going to cook quicker than the other bits. Pop that knife over there. Okay, so this is just about ready to go into the oven. You can see this bit here, I'll probably slice this up in a minute, but I just wanted you to see that VE bit on there. Right, so that will go into the oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes until the pastry is nice and golden, and more importantly that the mixture in the middle, the stuffing, is properly cooked, right? So that's going to cook now for, as I say, 20 to 25 minutes. See you soon.